Good morning, my little weirdos. My voice is still not, it was okay when I woke up, not strong. One phone call to make a payment to my internet and a call to leave a voicemail. I didn't even realize it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm already riled up. I went after I made my bill, paid my bill. I got online and started seeing, okay, what I catch up on, because yesterday afternoon, after the election, that I worked the polling places, a lot of you might know. My hair is all doing an alfalfa hair lick. Um, and I slept for about 5, 6 hours, and I mean, I kept getting waken up because my foot that has a problem, even my good foot, was, I mean, cramping so hard that it would make me up. You know, if you've ever woken up like so in so much pain, you whacked yourself or something, you turn over, and it's where you're like, ah, and you wake up yelping. That was happening. So yesterday afternoon, finally about like I think 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I just was like, oh, I gotta lay down, and it was 7:02, and I woke up. I'm like, what? So of course I didn't get back to sleep till that one or so, but I wake up this morning. I'm like, okay, what's happening with the snap? Because it wasn't in, and I know they were told they have to start doing it yesterday. It's Thursday. So I was like, oh, God, let's go see what's happening, if it's in yet. And if it's not, go to YouTube and start, you know, YouTube and Facebook, just, you know, for all the groups, Democracy Now! And all that, to see what they're saying. And I find out with the first one I listened to, and I'm in the process, is Park Rose Permaculture, I think her name is. The Democrats are thinking of stopping the shutdown. I didn't even realize it wasn't 9 o'clock yet, because I immediately called Governor Murphy's, with limited time left. And I left a voicemail when I'm like, why isn't anybody answering? And I'm like, son of a bitch. And it just kept ringing. There was no pickup, no voicemail pickup. And I'm like, and then I looked at the clock and I'm like, it's 20 minutes before 9? Shit. And I was already on the phone because I couldn't get him. I'm like, all right, I'm going to start with my reps. First one on is Booker, because of B. I'm on the five calls out. And I call up and I'm like, how come it went right to voice? What the hell? Nobody answered. And that's when I realized, oh, okay. So I left a voicemail with him, and I was like, and I don't prefer voicemails because you have a limited time. It'll cut you off in the middle of the thought. And so I was like, yeah. You see, my voice is coming back. It comes and goes. So I was like, yeah, excuse me. How about you try to do something? Let us know you're not communicating. You're just playing games with us. Oh, the other ones from last month, they were a bit. We know that. And that's, you know, it was like, why don't you say something? Tell us something. I said, are you going to bring us produce? Are you going to bring your residents produce? Because you're not saying anything. You're just sitting on your ass, but I bet you're having fresh produce. I bet you have milk, don't you? And, see how the voice comes and goes. You can hear it faltering on me. And I'm actually talking at a loud volume, because y'all know my voice just naturally carries. If I'm talking in the voice I normally talk, because it sounds normal to you, it's like an under. And if I'm doing a stage whisper, that's a stage whisper. It's probably louder to you than a whisper. So maybe my voice sounds like a typically normal level. And maybe it is, because it's not at full use. But that just let you know what's. I'm fine. My voice is fine. There's no issues that I'm aware of. It's just that we doubled on Tuesday. My precinct doubled the turnout. And I was like, it's a small district. Actually, my district is 90% of the district is my complex, my garden apartments, because there's 75 buildings. There's over 1,000 units here, and so it's all here, basically. And the polling place is like 4 minutes from here. So majority of the polling place are people in my complex, and people are starting to recognize me after like 4 or 5 times at the poll now because of the bright colored hair. It's always different, as you guys can see, but I got so many comments. People were like, "Oh, there you are." I always wonder what is she got. What does it look like this time? And I was like, really? And they were like, "Oh, I love that because of the way the green pops over when it's on the side. Because you know sometimes I change where it parts." Just however it falls, really. However the hair falls when I comb it out, it's showing apart there because it has like natural straight parts. So even my hair does its own thing. Even my hair doesn't pay attention. Even my hair ignores what. You're surprised, aren't you? Neither am I. But all of this is to say, I found out that the Democrats are thinking about caving in. And I know it's because they know their people, their constituents, me and others, are starting to really feel not getting food. Now, me, it's been the produce stuff, but that's not, I don't have any canned fruit either. So, but I do have veggies. And I thought 3 or 4 months ago, they said, y'all might want to start thinking about stuff because we don't know what they're going to do. And I did. When I got cans, if I didn't need 3 cans of vegetables, if I didn't need 2 cans of green beans for the month, I would just take 1. But I was taking everything. So one of my cabinets, bottom cabinets that are for the food, just for canned stuff, and those go back far, and they're high. It's like 4 high, packed from top to bottom. So I did stuff like that because if this happened, at least there's some food. It might not be a nutritionally balanced. It might be lacking like in fruits and, milks and things like that, but at least you're getting some something in your body. And I do have several packs of like chicken breasts or legs or like a couple little rolls of like ground turkey, something like that, or ground pork. Things that I'm not, like ground pork, it's like, what am I going to use that in, But I took it instead of saying no, because I thought about this and did the same thing with like box things that I don't normally. It's like I haven't eaten a whole lot of pasta in the last year or 2. Breads, and I don't eat breads. There's times I don't have any bread for like over a week. But if I do, it'll be like sourdough, pumpernickel, or rye. Those are the only ones, because the other ones have a lot of crap in them. The less dense, the dense ones are still made like more like the old recipes type of things, and not as much filler crap. And so I've been taking like pasta. Usually pasta, it'll either be the like real veggie pasta or like chickpea pasta from chickpeas. That's actually really good. Tried that last year. Things like that aren't necessarily made with flour type of stuff. Those are pretty good. And I tried some black brownies made with black beans. Flourless brownies. For real. Yeah. And no, they don't taste like black beans at all. They don't. And you don't worry about moisture when you make those, because it's kind of hard for them to be dry. Ah, um, but I'm saying, get a hold of your representatives. Get a hold of your representatives today, even if you're hurting with the SNAP, and tell them, I have not put up with this suffering and this worry just for you to cave in now. You tell your reps, absolutely not. You stand your ground, because they are losing it, that they cannot scare and intimidate us and we the people. You guys, you representatives, you have money for food. You're not worried about yourself, right? You want to alleviate our suffering so we can get our SNAP. I get that. But we have not been out in the streets, up on those overpasses, pop up on the corners during the week. And I also did not work those 16 hours Tuesday. And my foot is not still freaking swollen. And my voice is still not fully back from working the election polling place. For you to cave in now. Do you not understand what we the people, we did it out there for months. We got this off election year. Every place that was doing elections in this country went blue. That was us. And you not capitulating, you not giving in. We're the ones that's suffering right now, not you. You have food. And I'm talking to the Democrat representatives. And I'm not saying, oh, you have food and we don't. I'm saying you are eating. We are struggling because of this situation right now. Yes, you can alleviate it right now. Don't you dare. Don't you dare cave in. Because you know how mad we were last time when you caved in? I know you did it so we wouldn't suffer. But we were mad as hell at you, weren't we? You finally stood up and said no. And then you caved in days. We were mad at you for that. We were bigly mad, as Donald Trump would say. We have been so proud. It sounds weird to say that you dug your heels in and said, F no, even though you knew we the people would probably go through some struggling. We knew, those of us who were paying attention, we knew that would happen. And we still said, do it, didn't we? Don't you dare make these last few weeks and months of our time that we spent all for naught because you cave in now. Don't you dare cave in now. They're putting the pressure on you to cave in and making you feel bad because they could not change those people vote so the Epstein files don't get released when Grijalva is eventually sworn in, because she has to be. And House has to come back. They are desperate. And I'm telling all you representatives of the Democrat persuasion, don't you dare cave into them. They're putting the pressure on you because that's their last breath. They already see now. They're in effing trouble. They thought this blue tsunami wasn't coming until the midterms, till next year. Ha! We the people, us activists, made this happen early because you didn't cave in. Don't you dare cave in now, Democrats. Don't you dare. We've been fighting like hell. We knew we were going to suffer if they were going to continue to be assholes, the Republicans. And all this is doing is proving to the people that shifted at the presidential election and deserted the Democratic side, they're starting to see now. They made a huge mistake. And they're kind of quietly like, I'm not going to make it a big announcement, but I voted Democrat. It's working. It's working. You listened to us after the first time and you stood your ground. It's been 34 days. Don't you dare back down now. And all of you people, they're opening up. It's 9 a.m. Pick up those phones. Start dialing. You tell your people, your representatives, don't you dare cave in when it's we the people that are suffering and we the people that are putting this magnitude of an effort of our time and our energy. Don't you dare cave in. You call them right now. Pick up your phone. Turn this off and pick up your phones and call your representatives and you tell them, your Democratic representatives, don't you dare cave. We have them desperate. And people, when they're desperate, they always double their efforts because they know it's a last gasp. They haven't been asking you. Now they are again. Because they turned their attention to us, trying to gaslight us and convince us to call you and say, oh, please give in. We aren't. And we expect our representatives to stand firm too. Do it.